Man, that one smoked it. Smoked the limit maker right there. That was awesome. What's up, guys? This is Joey Cifuentes, FLW Tour Pro. We're out here on the Mississippi River for the 2017 Riders Conference, and we're fishing with the new Big Bite Baits limit maker. This is a 3.5-inch bait right here. The head is a limit maker also, and it's a 3/16 ounce. So the cool thing about this is it's got an awesome little tail on it, and it gives it a ton of action. And so basically this little bait is kind of a finesse Ned rig. So it's called a limit maker for a reason. You know, you can get a ton of bites on this thing. And so basically what I'm doing when I'm fishing this bait is I'm throwing it up right here by the rocks, and I'm just letting the current take it right down the side, right on top of the rocks. I'm just keeping it right on the bottom and just waiting for one of those big smallmouth to chew it up. Smallmouth right there. Little guy. When I'm fishing the limit maker, basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing this bait right up to the edge of the rocks. And when it goes down to the bottom, I kind of hop it to keep it right off of the rocks, okay? Because you don't want it to get hung up, but you just sit there and hop it right off the bottom like that. And we have a lot of current right here, so you can't just let it sit on the bottom because you're gonna get hung up. So basically if you just throw it out there and just kind of bounce it around on the bottom, and eventually one of them big smallmouth come up and eat it. So I'm really excited about this bait right here. It's gonna be a really big player next year on the FLW Tour. We got an event on St. Clair, and we've got some monster smallmouth up there, and they're gonna eat this thing up. It's gonna be an awesome little bait. You know, a guy just won a Bassmaster Open, Jason Christie, using a similar type bait and throwing it out there and hopping it off the bottom like that. So I'm really excited for this thing next year. It's gonna be a real player in that tournament. A quick little tip, guys, is whenever you're fishing a finesse rig like this and you're using light line, you always want to retie your bait, especially when you're down fishing rocks and those rocks are coming in constant contact with the jig head and the eye right there where your line's tied. So retying a lot is a smart move when you're tournament bass fishing. So I've been fishing a Ned rig back home for years now, but I'm really excited to get this one back because when I'm at home, I like to really lighten the head up on this bait, and I throw it in the springtime. It's a really great bait for when it's pre-spawn, you know, smallmouth and largemouth. You can throw this bait up there and just let it fall, and most of the time the fish eat it on the fall, and I'm really excited to use this thing. So the gear I like to use when I'm throwing this bait is a 7-foot medium heavy Denali. This is the AttaX. It's a great rod. It's got a nice backbone to it, but it's got a real soft tip. Another thing you want to do is use a braid main line. And normally when you're fishing, when you have a leader on here, you want to put probably about a 5 or 6 foot leader. Mine, I broke off a few times today, so it's a little short. But also an FG knot right here, but from your braid to fluorocarbon leader. That's an awesome knot and holds really tight. So this is the setup I like to use when I'm using braid to fluorocarbon leader. But when I'm going straight fluorocarbon, I like to throw the Denali has a rod, the KOVERT series. It's a 7.2 medium heavy spinning rod, and it's perfect because it has micro guides, and your casting is just so much greater with that rod. But when I'm using braid to a fluorocarbon leader, I have regular size guides, and that just allows your knot to go through the guides better, and it just lasts a lot longer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and tag a friend on this video and have a chance to win this week's gear giveaway.